Hello everyone, this is part 6 of What If Naruto Was Hashirama's Heir, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Jiraiya noticed a familiar mop of yellow hair heading toward the main gate. As the mop of hair got closer, Jiraiya stopped leaning on the gate to acknowledge the person who accompanied said mop of yellow hair. Looking good, kid. Though you're missing your baby toad, said Jiraiya as Naruto walked up to him in his Anbu uniform, complete with his orange scarf. But it seems you got a new addition, congrats. Yeah, seems like I'm all but official. Gama, member of Squad 3 under Neko Teiko Captain Cat, said Naruto as he took off his white porcelain mask, painted orange into the shape of a frog. They figured it fit my bingo book description. I'm not official until I get sworn in by the Hokage, but I'm pretty much one. I have to wear my mask and uniform to get used to wearing it when on actual missions, Neko's orders. Jiraiya nodded as he patted Naruto on the back. Well, let's get to it, we have a short walk before we separate, said Jiraiya as he and Naruto began to walk away from Konoha. Hey, you guys have to sign out, shouted one of the gate guards as he was quickly shushed by the other guard. That's Jiraiya-sama. Are you trying to get us in trouble, Kotetsu? Said the guard in a panic. Kotetsu immediately regretted his words. Sorry, Izumo. Wait, is that an Anbu with him? Izumo looked at the retreating two figures. Yeah, looks like it. He's got some golden hair, wonder who it is, said Izumo as he went back into his booth to continue reading his magazine. Kotetsu deadpanned. He's obviously Naruto Senju, he's the only one with that hair. Idiot, thought Kotetsu as Jiraiya and Naruto finally disappeared from view. Several hours later, Jiraiya and Naruto stopped at a hotel and booked a room for the night. Upon arriving, Jiraiya left Naruto with instructions to head off for his own mission. He told Naruto it'd take him a while to track this person and even longer to convince them to come back. Naruto was currently in their room preparing himself to head toward Kumo and track Yugito Nii for a paw print. Paw Encyclopedia. Sasuke was given a list of cats to take the paw print of by his older brother as a game. Then why would he want me to handle his list? Thought Naruto. To get you out of Konoha, said Kurama as Naruto listened in. Ever since that old man died, you've been quite the depressed kid. I'm guessing he figured you needed to get away for a while so you could handle his death without a constant reminder. Being in Konoha, you were always looking at the mountain with his face on it. So he figured you needed to get out for a while. Naruto nodded his head until he asked, is the two tails dangerous? Kurama chuckled in Naruto's head. If you think the Ichibi was dangerous, then yes. This girl can access more than one tail and she's apparently in control. Each Buu is more powerful as the tails grow, said Kurama as Naruto nodded, makes sense. More tails, more power. And about that paw print, you better be careful cause a paw print of a cat is like asking you if you want a naked picture of yourself recorded. Naruto gulped slightly. He'd have to ask a girl for basically a nude photo. Naruto blushed at the implication but understood Kurama all the same. Naruto was putting down his mission scroll as he stiffened slightly. Naruto sensed a huge presence approaching his door with a smaller but still larger than normal presence accompanying it. Naruto felt the two approach his door as he heard a knock. This isn't going to be good, thought Naruto as he created a wood clone to go and find Jiraiya. Naruto opened the door and got nervous at the sight of the two people there. Hello Naruto-kun, said the smaller of the two. They were both donning black cloaks with red clouds on them and straw hats. Naruto could see the blue skin of the taller shinobi and only a pair of blood-red eyes from the smaller shinobi. Sharingan, thought Naruto as he said, you're Itachi Uchiha, S-rank missing nin from Konoha who killed his whole clan in one night. The taller of the two laughed slightly, seems you really are that famous in that village of yours, Itachi-san. Even this brat knows you, said the taller ninja as he took off his hat. You're kidding me, right? Kisame Hoshigaki, another S-rank missing nin, hailing from Kirigakure. A member of the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist and wanted for numerous crimes across the land of water. Can I ask what you all are here for? It's probably something involving me since you came here specifically, said Naruto as Kisame looked giddy. Seems I'm more famous than I thought, said Kisame as he touched the sword on his back. Shall I cut his legs off to ensure he doesn't run away? Whispered Kisame to Itachi. Itachi took off his straw hat as he said, please come with us Naruto-kun. Naruto looked for a second until he flared his chakra. The ground around Naruto cracked slightly as he dispelled a genjutsu placed on him through eye contact. Why'd you put me under a genjutsu first? That must mean whatever I'm coming with you for has bad consequences if that was necessary, said Naruto. When Naruto flared his chakra, Naruto noticed the sword on Kisame's back seemed to wiggle. Samehada is getting excited over the kid's chakra. Let me capture this one while you hang back, said Kisame as he took the sword off his back. Itachi looked on emotionlessly as Kisame took that as a yes. Kisame lashed out with a fast overhead strike that Naruto backpedaled away from. Naruto went out of the window as he landed on the building's ledge. This isn't good, thought Naruto as he channeled his one-tailed cloak. Kisame stepped outside following Naruto's retreat. Upon setting his foot down, Kisame saw Naruto appear in front of him with a shunshin and a fist poised to strike. Kid's fast. His speed with the shunshin is impressive and he can even access his Byu, thought Kisame as he blocked Naruto's punch with his sword. Right before Naruto connected with the bandaged sword, he felt a strange sensation in his body. What was that? Thought Naruto as he hit the sword and had to backflip away from Kisame's counter-sword strike. However, Naruto couldn't get away fully and received a cut across his arm. Naruto, he absorbed your chakra with that sword. And the way he swings it, it's more powerful and faster than what you saw the swordsman in Wave do. This is not a fight you want to be in, he's only toying with you, said Kurama. Naruto felt the wound on his arm sizzle and heal due to Kurama but knew his friend was right. If I try to channel chakra for a technique, his sword will just steal it. I can't beat him in a straight-out taijutsu fight when he has that big-ass sword. Maybe genjutsu but I'm not too good at it, that'll make him worry in the slightest. And even if I was able to best him, Itachi would just interfere. This isn't looking good for the home team, I hope Jiraiya-sensei gets here soon, thought Naruto as he knew he was in deep trouble. Kisame lunged at Naruto again as Naruto took out a kunai to block the downward sword strike. As they were engaged in a clash of sword versus kunai, Kisame easily began to overpower Naruto. Kisame pushed down far enough for his sword to touch Naruto's shoulder. My great blade Samehada doesn't slice. It shaves, shouted Kisame as he retracted Samehada, tearing a deep gash into Naruto's shoulder. Blood seeped from Naruto's wound but after a few seconds, it healed just like his last wound. I need to get enough distance to use a technique or maybe a distraction, thought Naruto. Brat, I'm sure you know this, there's a big difference between a ninja like you and a ninja like me. Especially now, I'm your worst matchup, just give up and I'll only cut from the knee down. If not, I'll shave ya to pieces until you can't heal anymore, said Kisame until he saw Naruto slam his hands in the snake seal. Kisame swung Samehada down to absorb his chakra but Naruto was too fast. Mokuton, Mokujo Heiki, wood style, wood locking wall, said Naruto as a dome of wood pillars surrounded him. Kisame's sword smashed through Naruto's wall as he looked in to see Naruto gone. Ha, seems I let my guard down. Kid's good. Took advantage of my talking to get away. Even used Mokuton. Impressive, said Kisame as he took off back through the room and back into the hallway. Kisame slammed his sword down into the ground as Naruto came flying out of it to dodge. Samehada can smell your chakra, kid, you won't be getting away. Finished Kisame as Itachi could be seen flanking Kisame now. Shit, thought Naruto as Kisame looked ready to strike again until Itachi spoke. Hello Sasuke, said Itachi as he turned his head to see another person at the end of the hallway. I do not need you at the moment, Naruto's more important. Sasuke was standing at the end of the hallway garbed in his Anbu outfit just like the one during the exams. Sasuke took off his own white porcelain mask, colored purple into a hawk shape, as his Sharingan spun to life. Itachi, you've told me to live my life with hatred to get strong enough to defeat you. Well, I have, and right now, I want to kill you so bad, said Sasuke clenching his fists in anger. Oh ho, Itachi-san, he looks just like you and has the same eyes. Who is he? I thought you killed all the Uchihas, said Kisame intrigued by the new arrival, though not forgetting about Naruto. My foolish little brother. I left him alive as he wasn't worth killing, said Itachi as he fully faced Sasuke. Upon looking at Sasuke fully, Itachi noticed that there was something off about Sasuke. Quite good fortune he showed up. Though it'll mean nothing as the elder Uchiha can stop Sasuke from assisting you and you were not making any progress against the fish. You better hope the pervert arrives soon, said Kurama. Yeah, it seems that way, but it does buy some more time for Jiraiya-sensei to show up. My clone got to him, he was already coming here, replied Naruto to Kurama in his head. Sasuke was shaking slightly as he stared at Itachi. I want to kill you so badly, said Sasuke as he then looked toward Naruto. But a friend of mine told me a few things that make me hesitant. What would those things be? Asked Itachi stoically. Sasuke looked back at Itachi as he asked, he made me think over the massacre again and I promised to ask this before killing you, why did you kill our clan? I've told you before, to test my capacity, replied Itachi as Sasuke looked ready to kill. Sasuke, remember our talk, said Naruto as Sasuke visibly calmed down. Yeah, I remember it. Flashback 2 years ago. Sasuke and Naruto had just finished a spar together. They had been sparring together for a little over 2 years and had become quite good friends. Sasuke got his ass handed to him again by Naruto as he couldn't even hit him cleanly once. As Sasuke was laying on the ground with bruises, he spoke to Naruto about something he hadn't told anyone besides the Hokage. My brother killed my clan that night, said Sasuke as Naruto looked at him with an eyebrow raised. Your brother killed your clan? Asked Naruto as Sasuke nodded. Sasuke had a tear fall as he said, yes. He murdered my whole family in one night and left me alive. I saw the bodies and him standing over my mom and dad as he told me. He left me alive to live this terrible existence, but one day, I'll see him again and won't hesitate to kill him. That's why I have to get stronger, to avenge my family. Damn, that's why he's like that, but something seems wrong about this, thought Naruto as he said, Sasuke. Can I ask you a few things? After seeing Sasuke nod, Naruto continued, what was your brother like? Noticing Sasuke's look, Naruto put up placating hands. You don't have to answer that if it's too personal. Sasuke looked at Naruto apprehensively as he said, no, it's fine. I loved my brother, Itachi. He was my idol, I always tried to surpass him when I was younger. I still try. He was a prodigy, a once-in-a-generation type of guy. He was kind, gentle, and was always there for me, you remind me a lot of him. Me. Yeah, you're good just like he was at that age and you're kind to everyone just like he was. You also never seem like you're caught off guard by anything, your thinking seems to be on a whole different level. He was just like that before he killed my clan, said Sasuke as his Sharingan disappeared and a few tears appeared. Naruto nodded his head as he seemed to contemplate something. Hey Sasuke, what did Itachi tell you before he left? Did he tell you why? Sasuke had never opened up to anyone about the massacre this much before, but after the 2 years of training with Naruto and getting to be good friends, he felt he could tell him. He told me he killed our clan to test the limits of his ability, to measure his capacity. He even showed me the entire massacre through his eyes with a powerful genjutsu. He made me watch it over and over again, said Sasuke as his Sharingan came back to life and began to spin. He clenched his fists as he felt a hand touch his shoulder. Naruto said, well Sasuke, don't worry, I'll help you. What? This revenge is mine and mine alone, said Sasuke as he got slightly angry. I know that. It's just he may have a partner that could interfere and I'll be there to stop that person, said Naruto as he held a fist out to Sasuke. Sasuke bumped fist with a nod. Though you have to promise me something. What's that? Asked Sasuke. Make sure you know Itachi killed your clan for those purposes, said Naruto as Sasuke looked shocked. Seeing Sasuke's face, Naruto explained, well, if we're talking about the same Itachi Uchiha, the Anbu captain by the age of 13. Then I find it hard to believe he killed your clan for that reason. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're saying I remind you of him. He seems like the kind of person who wouldn't do something without a good reason. And if he was as good as the records say, then there weren't many shinobi better than him anyway. So why would a guy like him kill his clan just to test his ability? He already didn't have much more powerful than him since the age of 13 and he was only going to grow, it just doesn't make sense. Sasuke looked at Naruto in disbelief as he spoke calmly about his elder brother. Sasuke wanted to shout at Naruto about how wrong he was, but Naruto was making valid points. To further implement it, Naruto said, and if he really did do it for that reason, you can still kill him. But I'm just asking you to think about it logically. When Naruto saw Sasuke nod his head, Naruto smirked. You ain't beating him as you are. If he was an Anbu captain at 13, he's probably incredible now, and if you can't defeat me, then you are definitely not beating him, Sasuke-chan, said Naruto mockingly. Sasuke returned the smirk as he got up and lunged at Naruto with a fist outstretched. Flashback end. Sasuke looked at Naruto and realized that they were in deep trouble. He had heard that Itachi showed up in search of Naruto and left after leaving Kakashi bedridden. Sasuke immediately took off to find Naruto since that was who Itachi was after. Sasuke and Naruto knew that with even both of them together, they would not be able to defeat either one of them, even 2-on-1. However, Sasuke's timely arrival did buy them some time, and Naruto knew Jiraiya would be here any moment. Sasuke looked back at Itachi as he said, I can't tell if you're lying or not, but it doesn't really matter. You're here and so am I, and I'm going to get my revenge. Naruto, stay out of this. This is my fight and I have to know where I stand against him. Sasuke's hand sparked to life as he shouted, Chidori. Sasuke took off toward Itachi as he lunged at him, ready to pierce him. However, Itachi caught Sasuke's wrist with seemingly no effort and snapped it just as easy. Itachi then booted Sasuke down the hallway with a kick as Sasuke struck the wall at the end of the hallway. He stopped that attack like it was nothing. Then he lashed out with a kick that sent Sasuke sailing at least 50 feet, maybe more since the wall stopped him, thought Naruto. Well damn. That started Kurama in Naruto's head before trailing off. I'm not sure what would have been worst. Shaved down by a sword or that. That guy takes way less time with his opponents than the blue guy. Naruto tried to shunshin to attack Itachi from behind, but Kisame was having none of that. With a swift swipe of Samehada, Naruto felt his chakra leave him again. How about we let them go one-on-one like your friend asked? Don't worry, we'll get to you, said Kisame. Sasuke stood back up off the wall and ran back at Itachi with a fist cocked back. It did no better as he took a knee to the gut that knocked the air out of him. Itachi kicked Sasuke back down the hallway as Itachi then slowly walked toward the hurt Sasuke. Damn it, even after all that training, he's still that much better. It's just like with Naruto. I can't close the gap on either of them, thought Sasuke as he looked up to see Itachi in front of him. Sasuke threw another feeble punch, but it was evaded by Itachi as he punched him in the gut. Sasuke felt the air leave him again as he got hunched over from the punch. Sasuke then received a knee directly to the face that brought him back upright. Itachi grasped Sasuke's throat as he said, you know why you're so weak, because you don't have enough hate. You have no hope of avenging your clan if this is your capacity. Maybe you need some more motivation, said Itachi as his eyes morphed into a triple-bladed shuriken. Tsukuyomi, Moon Reader, whispered Itachi as he stared at Sasuke. A second later, Sasuke screamed and fainted with Itachi's hand still around his neck. What the hell happened? What technique was that? Thought Naruto as he heard a voice behind him. Kuchio's, Gamaguchi Shibari, summoning, Toad Mouth Bind, said Jiraiya as the hallway slowly morphed into pink flesh. Sorry I was late, but this is my terrain now. Naruto, don't move. The wall of flesh consumed Sasuke as Itachi had to let go. That's how they are getting information on us, thought Itachi as he then said, Kisame, we need to go. If we faced him, we would do no better than a stalemate. Kisame looked reluctant to agree but followed nonetheless. Jiraiya smirked knowing it was impossible to leave but was shocked when he heard an explosion. Jiraiya immediately took off to investigate and saw a huge hole with black flames burning around the edges. Jiraiya looked at the fire for a second until he pulled out a blank scroll and wrote a seal on it. Fukahoin, fire sealing method, said Jiraiya as chakra seeped out of the scroll and surrounded the black flames. The chakra then took the flames and placed them into the scroll, in the center of the scroll. He used fire to escape the esophagus of a fire-breathing toad. I wonder what kind of flames those were. Jiraiya ended his technique as Sasuke came out of the wall. Naruto performed a shunshin to catch Sasuke as Jiraiya walked over. You totally jinxed me. As soon as you tell me about Akatsuki, they appear. It's all your fault, said Naruto as Jiraiya laughed slightly. Maybe you're right, kid, sorry about that. 2 days later. Halt. State your name and business, said a ninja sitting at the gate. My name is Menma, and I'm a writer trying to find the best cuisine in the world, said the man they were speaking to as he handed them his papers. He had on a long-sleeved white shirt and black pants. He wore a matching black haori and had on rectangle-rimmed glasses. He had black spiky hair with 2 bangs framing either side of his face and black eyes. The gate guard checked over his papers as the other gate guard searched him for any weapons. After a clean sweep of no weapons or anything volatile, the gate guard handed him back his papers and said, "Welcome to Kumo. Enjoy your stay." "Thank you, and I'm sure I will," said Menma as he walked into the village. Menma walked around the village for a little while until he spotted a sushi restaurant. Arriving at the restaurant, Menma was greeted by a waitress as he sat down. "Hello, welcome to Kumo Sushi Bar, I'm Amy and I'll be your server. Can I start you off with a drink?" asked Amy as she pulled out a notepad. Menma smiled a warm smile as he said, "Sure, Amy, what would you recommend?" Amy blushed slightly at the handsome face of her customer. "Gotcha," thought Menma as he and Amy debated over what he should eat. About an hour later, Amy was laughing with Menma as Menma boasted an incredible claim to the pretty waitress. "You can eat a whole chicken leg in one bite?" asked Amy, giggling slightly. Menma smiled, "Of course. I'm quite talented," said Menma as he then asked, "Hey Amy, I have a question for you. Do you know Yugito Nii?" Amy looked at Menma with a questioning gaze. "Why do you ask?" Menma put up placating hands. No, I'm a writer, remember. I'm writing an article on Kumo's most prominent female ninjas and she's on the list my boss gave me to interview." "Oh yeah, sorry about that, I forgot. It's just Yugito is important to us here, she's our #1 customer, and we protect our own here," said Amy. "She's usually training in the mountains if she's not here or on a mission. So I'd check there," said Amy as she saw Menma placing down a few ryo for the meal and her tip. "Thanks so much, Amy-chan. Maybe I'll come back when I'm done. I really enjoyed our time together," said Menma smiling at Amy as he left. "Come back anytime," shouted Amy as she saw him leave and remembered something. "I never got his name." Menma walked around a little after leaving the sushi bar to find a hotel. Eventually, he found a hotel to check into and proceeded into his room's bathroom to take a shower. Upon stepping out of the shower, he looked in the mirror and saw his golden blonde hair appear again, along with his whisker marks. Naruto had disguised himself as a writer named Menma to infiltrate Kumo and find Yugito. He dyed his hair jet black and wore makeup to hide his whisker marks. Naruto toweled off as he put on his Anbu uniform. "Now's it's time to find a cat. But I need to be careful because I'm in foreign territory and this could spark a war," thought Naruto as he placed on his mask and disappeared into the ground. 1 hour later, standing on the peak of one of Kumo's surrounding mountains was a Konoha Anbu with an orange scarf flowing behind him. He was scanning his surroundings looking for something or rather, someone. "Matatabi is over there," said Kurama in Naruto's head as Naruto looked to see a blue ring of fire in the distance. "Matatabi is in the Nibi. So Yugito's over there then. Well, let's get to it," thought Naruto as he performed a series of shunshuns to get to where Kurama said Yugito would be. Upon arriving about a few hundred feet away, Naruto scanned around for her. Situated in the center of the ring of fire, Naruto saw the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. She had blonde hair, slightly paler than his own, tied back into a ponytail by bandages. She had on a tight, blue jacket that matched the flames around her and black fitted pants that both clung to her body, accenting her amazing curves perfectly. That photo in the bingo book did her no justice. Is that a C cup? Damn Jiraiya-sensei, thought Naruto. Jiraiya had put lessons with the ladies into his training and measuring cup sizes from a distance was in there. As Naruto was looking Yugito over from a distance, he heard Kurama chuckle. Well, it did only show her face ninjan. But it's time for a confrontation, not time to measure her assets. Remember, be careful, said Kurama as Naruto nodded. Before he could leap down and make his presence known, he heard Yugito speak. I know you're there. I could sense your presence when you landed, so just come out, said Yugito as Naruto stiffened slightly. Of course she did. Now it looks bad as if I was trying to kill her or something else devious, thought Naruto as he landed in front of Yugito on the platform. Yugito looked at Naruto with narrowed eyes. What is a Konoha Anbu doing in Kumo? To spy on me? Asked Yugito with a slight edge to her voice. She took a ready stance when she saw him move to pull something out of his kunai pouch. I mean no harm. I didn't come to spy on you, I'm just here on a simple mission, said Naruto as he tossed a scroll to Yugito. My mission is to retrieve a paw print from the two tails and you happen to be the Jinchuriki of her. That is all I'm here for and I'll promptly disappear afterward, leaving Kumo. Yugito read over the scroll as she listened to the Anbu speak. Just a paw print. That seems simple. He needs it for his client. Nekaba-chan. She's the grandma cat who came here before and spoke to us, she was so kind. She needs your paw print so she can complete a paw print encyclopedia. What do you think? Thought Yugito as she spoke to her own Bayu. Sounds reasonable, but why not rough him up a little, kitten? He did enter your home and got here with ease, so why not show him that Kumo isn't that weak? Plus I sense something in him that feels familiar but it's hard to find out because he is suppressing it well. Spar with him first, said the Nibi inside Yugito's conscious. Yugito nodded and looked back at the Anbu. You have a deal, but you have to spar with me first, said Yugito as she tossed him back his scroll. A spar? Asked Naruto, internally excited to face off against a powerful ninja that wasn't wearing an Akatsuki cloak and trying to kill him. Sounds good, what are the rules? Asked Naruto as he had to immediately dodge a punch by Yugito. None, just no killing or maiming, said Yugito attacking Naruto with a flurry of punches and kicks. Naruto dodged or parried every attack with practiced ease. Yugito threw a right jab at Naruto as he caught her punch in his palm. Someone's eager, but I'd suggest coming at me with more than that. You won't touch me at that level, said Naruto as Yugito smiled slightly. You asked for it, said Yugito. She kicked it up a notch as she and Naruto engaged in a fierce taijutsu battle. The two traded blows with one another with neither person gaining the upper hand over the other. Yugito had impressive speed and flexibility and a very offensive taijutsu while Naruto had more of a swift and precise defensive taijutsu. Eventually, Naruto grabbed Yugito's leg when she tried to kick him and threw her away. Seeing Yugito land on her feet with grace, Naruto laughed slightly. Seems cats do always land on their feet, said Naruto as he thought, she's pretty good. She actually can hit me as much as I hit her. Yugito was thinking the same, he's tough to hit, I can't land a good enough blow on him. Maybe it's time I spiced this up. Yugito ran back at Naruto as she attempted a hand swipe at his face. Naruto leaned his head back to evade the strike but was surprised when he saw Yugito smirking. Shit, thought Naruto as he felt his mask falling off in segmented pieces. Yugito had extended her nails when she swiped at Naruto. It didn't cut into his skin but it did cut through his mask. Gotcha. Now let's see that face, thought Yugito before her breath caught in her throat at the Anbu's face. That mask was new too. Luckily, I have another but there's no point in putting one on if you're just going to take it off, said Naruto as he looked at Yugito with a smile. Nice claws. Should have known you could do that and they must be pretty sharp to cut off my mask, impressive. Shall we continue? Asked Naruto as he got back into a ready stance. That snapped Yugito out of her shocked state as she smiled. Oh, we're just getting started, handsome, said Yugito as she raced through hand seals extremely fast, ending in the tiger seal. Kaiten, Enden, fire style, flame bullet, shouted Yugito as she blew out a huge ball of blue fire at Naruto. Naruto clapped his hands together as he blew out an equally as big water ball. Suden, water style, water bullet, said Naruto as his water went against Yugito's fire. Steam clouded the field as the two techniques smashed into each other, cancelling each other out. Upon the steam clearing, Yugito noticed Naruto was nowhere to be found. She scanned her surroundings for him but couldn't find him at all, not even a trace of where he was. Kitten. Below you, shouted the Nibi in Yugito's head. Yugito jumped out of the way as Naruto popped out of the ground right below her. Naruto was faster than her though and snagged her ankle in midair. Naruto pulled Yugito back down to the ground in front of him as he lashed out with a punch. Yugito dodged the fast strike by moving her head to the side but was unprepared for Naruto's leg sweep and subsequent kick to the midsection that sent her flying back. Yugito rolled through the landing and stood up to notice Naruto already standing in front of her. He's taken it up a notch, thought Yugito as she decided to do the same. As Naruto was about to hit Yugito again, she exploded with chakra that sent Naruto sailing backward. Naruto landed on his feet after being blown back to see Yugito cloaked in a chakra shroud similar to his own, with one tail swaying behind her. Shall we? Asked Yugito as she came at Naruto even faster. Yugito threw a punch that Naruto caught in his palm. Yugito smirked when she realized Naruto caught her chakra-enhanced punch. You can't just catch my punches. This chakra will burn you, thought Yugito until she saw Naruto unharmed by her Bijuu's chakra. How are you unharmed by my chakra? You should be getting burned by it. Asked Yugito. She blushed slightly seeing Naruto smile at her again. Maybe I'm just lucky, said Naruto as he had channeled a bit of Kurama's chakra to his palm to keep the chakra from hurting him. Sorry about this, finished Naruto as he kneed Yugito in the stomach and sent her sailing with a kick to her midsection again, in the same spot as earlier. Yugito laid on the ground feeling the effects of Naruto's powerful blows. She would have been able to dodge them if she wasn't so shocked to see him catch her punch earlier. He's been holding back on me. He's so fast and strong and he was only toying with me earlier. How can he not be affected my chakra, thought Yugito as she began to get up and saw Naruto already in a ready stance. I figured it out. He's a Jinchuriki as well. He put his Bijuu's chakra into his palm and attacks to stop himself from being harmed. That's why he got faster and stronger. Oh, and it's the Nine Tails, strongest of us Baiu. Be careful kitten, you wouldn't win if he uses his Baiu too unless he can't fully transform, said the Nibi as Yugito looked shocked. You're the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi? Asked Yugito slightly shocked to see another Jinchuriki besides herself and Killer Bee. Her Baiu cloak disappeared as she stood up fully. Naruto put a hand behind his head as he chuckled slightly. Seems I've been caught. Yes, I am. Now that you know that, is this fight over? I really don't like harming beautiful women, said Naruto. Yugito smiled at his words but got ready to fight some more. No, it's just getting started. I want to find out what else you can do, said Yugito as she ran back at Naruto. Naruto got prepared to defend against the female Jinchuriki as she ran back at him. Naruto calculated her arrival and threw out a quick jab. Yugito came to a stop as she ducked it and noticed Naruto's legs were a little too far apart. Yugito grinned at the opening and entwined her leg together with his. Naruto knew what Yugito was planning as she attempted to force him to the ground. However, Naruto was too strong for Yugito and pushed back. Naruto overpowered Yugito as she was sent to the ground. On her way down though, Yugito used Naruto's momentum to make him fall over as well. Due to Yugito's move, Naruto tripped and fell forward. Naruto stopped himself from hitting the ground with his hands but noticed that he had come face to face with Yugito, who fell on her back underneath Naruto. Their faces were inches apart as they stared at one another. Both stared into the other's eyes, Naruto into Yugito's dark blue and Yugito into Naruto's violet. They both thought the other had beautiful eyes. Yugito could even feel the warmth radiating off of Naruto from above her and Naruto could smell Yugito's perfume that was scented of flowers. After a few seconds, Naruto hopped off of Yugito as she stood up as well. Naruto and Yugito stood a ways away as Naruto had gotten some distance between them. Both were blushing as Naruto said, he, that was, him, yeah. Yugito looked away from Naruto as she said, yeah it was. But this spar still isn't over, said Yugito as she said, Nezumi Kedama mouse hairball. Yugito looked back at Naruto as she let loose a blue fireball with what appeared to be a mouse inside. Halfway to Naruto, the fireball split into dozens of smaller flaming hairballs as they all continued toward Naruto. Naruto jumped to the left to evade but was shocked when the fireballs followed after him like homing missiles. As Naruto was evading, he noticed Yugito's hair flare wildly as a blue flame surrounded her. Seems she can change into her Baiu at will, said Kurama as Naruto fired several water balls to extinguish the hairballs. You're kidding me right? Well, I needed her to do that anyway because I couldn't get the paw print without it. I need a way to loosen my seal, I want to be able to turn into you. Who wouldn't want to be a mythical beast of nearly infinite power? Replied Naruto as Kurama laughed slightly. He saw the fully transformed Yugito open her mouth and fire a huge fireball at him. Water ball won't stop that, so. Doton, Doryuheiki Earth style, mud wall, said Naruto as a huge wall rose from the ground in front of him. The fireball blasted its way through Naruto's mud wall as Naruto had to use a shunshin to get out of the way. Naruto, you need to end this quickly. I'm sure people in Kumo feel her, they'll be here to investigate. You need to end this fast, said Kurama as Naruto nodded his head in agreement. Naruto then slammed his hands into a snake seal as his chakra flared. Yugito watched Naruto evade her fireball and looked to the left to see him cracking the ground slightly with his chakra. He should just quit if he can't access his Buu like me, I'll kill him if he's not careful. But that is impressive chakra, to be able to crack the ground like that, thought Yugito until she felt her Buu panic. What's wrong? Kitten, his chakra reminds me of only one man. You need to, started the Nibi, but it was too late as huge wooden pillars wrapped around Yugito and a circle of 10 wooden pillars rose around her with spikes pointed toward her. What's going on? Is this wood? Thought Yugito, confused as she couldn't feel her Buu anymore. What are you doing? Asked Yugito as she noticed Naruto appear on her nose in a shunshin and touch her between her eyes with his palm. Yugito felt her chakra begin to recede as Naruto spoke. You were gonna find out eventually when your cage told you about me in the newest bingo book. I'm a user of the bloodline, Mokuton. Mokuton is a Kekai Genkai that allows me to convert my chakra into a source of life, creating trees and other things like it. It also has the ability to suppress the influence of Buu. Kakuin Nitin Shushu 10th Edict of Enlightenment is what it's called, and that's what you're feeling now, said Naruto as he was suppressing Yugito's chakra. Naruto created a clone at the same time as it fell to the ground near the Nibi's huge foot. How in the, thought Yugito, feeling unconsciousness setting in. No, I can't get suppressed, I won't lose, thought Yugito as she struggled against Naruto's jutsu. As Yugito was resisting Naruto's suppression, the Nibi was able to make contact again. That's it, kitten, keep fighting, said the Nibi as she joined Yugito in resisting Naruto's technique. This is so much harder than taming Gaara, thought Naruto, sweating slightly from the exertion. Naruto felt himself beginning to lose as the Nibi was too strong for him at his current level. He'd need more work on his Mokuton. I got your back, Kit, said Kurama as he funneled his chakra into Naruto. Naruto gained a one-tailed cloak as he immediately began to dominate Yugito in the battle. Kitten, it's too much. He's too powerful. I can't, said the Nibi as she fell into a deep sleep. The fire cat that was Yugito began to transform back into a one-tailed Yugito that turned into an unconscious Yugito laying on the ground. Naruto panted a little as he looked at the downed form of Yugito. It had taken nearly 5 minutes to suppress her, and it would have only happened with Kurama's help. That was tough as hell, thanks for the help, Kurama. I owe you one, thought Naruto as Kurama grinned and fell asleep. Naruto felt several powerful chakra signatures approaching his location and knew it was assistance for Yugito. Damn it. A tall dark-skinned man, garbed in cage robes and hat, landed with several other shinobis flanking him on the slightly destroyed platform to see Yugito laying on the ground. Upon looking around, he noticed there was nobody else around. The cage then barked out orders. Get her to the hospital and let me know when she's awake. I need to find out what happened here. One day later, Yugito awoke the next morning before sunrise in a Kumo hospital bed after her spar with Naruto. About an hour after waking, the Raikage arrived and debriefed her on the events of yesterday. Yugito didn't tell him that she had a fight with a Konoha Anbu but said she just went overboard using the Nibi. Yugito received a light, verbal scolding from her cage and orders to come to get an important diplomatic mission tomorrow. So Yugito laid in her hospital room alone as she thought of yesterday. Damn, he was so strong. And smart in the way he fought. He also was hot and charming. Hot and charming. And so, Nibi, shouted Yugito in her mind, realizing she had been tricked by her Buu. I didn't even get his name, said Yugito to the Nibi. She was cut from her thoughts as she heard a ribbit. Looking to her window, she saw a small orange toad sitting on her windowsill. How did that toad get up here? I'm on the 5th floor. Yo, are you Yugito? Came the voice of the toad as Yugito gasped sharply. Yes, I can talk, are you Yugito? Asked the toad once more. Yugito nodded her head dumbly at seeing a toad talk. How can you talk? Why are you here? Did someone send you? Asked Yugito as the toad held up a hand to silence her questions. Great. I got it right on the first try. Here, this will explain everything, said the toad as it tossed a scroll toward Yugito. Bro was right, you are smoking hot, finished the toad as he disappeared in a puff of smoke. That was weird, said the Nibi in Yugito's head as she nodded. Yugito then opened up the scroll and read its contents. Hey Yugito-chan. It's the Anbu from yesterday. I had fun sparring against you, you were so strong and a real challenge. We should do it again sometime. Thanks for the paw print. I snagged it with a clone while I was suppressing you. Sorry, I couldn't say goodbye in person, but you know, Konoha ninja in Kumo, standing over a downed Kumo ninja, doesn't look too good. Either way, I had a great time yesterday and I hope to see you in the future, I'm sure I will. Naruto Senju, future Hokage winking face. Yugito looked at the note and smiled happily at its contents. Ah, a winky face. I hope we meet again too Naruto-kun, and it'll be sooner than you think, thought Yugito. That toad said his, bro, Naruto Senju I bet, called you smoking hot, said the nibby as Yugito blushed. She smiled slightly as she looked out of the window at the rising sun. Naruto was a few miles outside of Kumo when he stopped running to look back at the sunrise. Naruto smirked slightly as he thought, ah yeah, the ladies love winky faces. 1 week later, Naruto reunited with Jiraiya 6 days ago as Jiraiya finally found a lead on the person he was searching for. They arrived in a town called Tanzaku Gai as that was the last place the person of interest was seen. After searching for a few hours and night about to fall, Jiraiya decided to find a place to eat. So Naruto pointed to a random bar and upon walking through the flaps, Jiraiya smiled as he recognized a familiar face. Oh, this was the perfect place, brat, good choice, said Jiraiya as he patted Naruto on the back. Naruto looked confused as he thought he just picked a random bar. Naruto was wearing a black long-sleeved shirt with a zipper fully zipped. He completed his outfit with beige pants that connected to his black shinobi sandals. He had his forehead protector around his forehead as he had stopped wearing his Anbu uniform when he met back up with Jiraiya. Why's this place so perfect, Jiraiya-sensei? Asked Naruto. We found who we were looking for, said Jiraiya as Naruto walked over to a table with a blonde woman sitting in a booth with a dark-haired woman, Dot, and a pig. Tsunade. Nice to see you again, said Jiraiya as the blonde woman turned to face them directly. Jiraiya, what do you want? And who's the kid with the shocked face? Said Tsunade as she looked at Naruto. You're Tsunade Senju, said Naruto in a weak voice as he looked at a member of his clan. Yeah, Blondie, I know my name. Jiraiya, who is this kid? Asked Tsunade with a slightly irritated voice. Tsunade is a beautiful woman who looked to be in her 20s despite being over 50. She is a fair-skinned woman with brown eyes and straight, blonde hair tied back into 2 loose ponytails with bangs framing either side of her face. She was wearing a grass-green haori with the kanji for gamble written in black on the back, inside a red circle. Underneath she wears a gray, kimono-style blouse with no sleeves, held closed by a broad, dark bluish-gray obi that matches her pants. She wears open-toed, strappy black sandals with high heels and red polish on both her fingernails and toenails. She also has a violet diamond mark situated on her forehead. Jiraiya laughed as Naruto was still gawking at Tsunade. Jiraiya never told Naruto they were searching for her and it definitely caught him by surprise. He's my new apprentice, Naruto. Naruto, this is Tsunade and Shizune, said Jiraiya as Naruto finally got out of his stupor. Naruto looked to the black-haired woman as she smiled warmly at him. Why don't you hang with Shizune while my teammate and I speak to one another? Naruto nodded his head as he greeted Shizune. Nice to meet you, Shizune-san, said Naruto as he held out a hand to Tsunade's dark-haired assistant. Nice to meet you too, Naruto. This is Tonton, said Shizune as she shook hands with Naruto and showed him her pig. Naruto and Jiraiya sat in the booth with the 2 women as Naruto talked to Shizune and played with Tonton. Tsunade held a critical eye toward Naruto as she already knew who he was. Naruto, the QB kid. I haven't really heard from him since he was born. Seems he's grown up to look just like Jiraiya's last pupil, the 4th, thought Tsunade as she noticed a green glow coming from her chest. Why is my grandfather's necklace glowing? So what do I owe the pleasure of seeing you here, said Tsunade to Jiraiya as she sipped from her cup. Well, we just stopped here for something to eat and imagine my surprise when I see you here, of all people, said Jiraiya with a smile. Tsunade scoffed, seems like both of my old teammates decided to visit me on the same day. Jiraiya narrowed his eyes slightly and asked, so you're saying Orochimaru was here? What happened? Nothing much. We just said hello, answered Tsunade. Jiraiya smirked slightly. Is that why there was a section of the palace wall destroyed? Just a hello? Asked Jiraiya. Jiraiya and Naruto had seen a huge piece of the wall around Tanzaku Gai in pieces on their way into the city. TCH. Orochimaru already told me about Sensei, so what do you want, Jiraiya? Jiraiya took on a serious face as he said, I'll get straight to the point then. Konoha has requested that you become its 5th Hokage. At the word Hokage, the table went silent. Shizune looked shocked as she couldn't believe what was just said. Tsunade had no outside reaction to the word but inwardly was shocked. Naruto got excited at the prospect of Tsunade being the Hokage. He'd be able to have a family member always around, especially someone like Tsunade. I'll say it again, the village advisors have requested that you become the village's god. I'm Hokage, 5th Hokage. So what do you say? Said Jiraiya since Tsunade was still quiet. Tsunade took a deep breath and said, not possible, I refuse. Jiraiya laughed slightly, I remember that line. I asked you to date me a long time ago and those were the same words you used, said Jiraiya as Naruto looked shocked at Tsunade. Tsunade noticed Naruto's facial expressions and scoffed slightly. Seems your apprentice is shocked at that. He even looks like your last one, though he's less gifted, to still be a genin at that age. Terrible, said Tsunade as Naruto narrowed his eyes slightly. That's a pretty tough comparison as it's hard for anyone to beat the Yondaime in those fields. His capabilities as a ninja were unrivaled in history. He was talented with techniques, incredibly smart, and very popular. He was also handsome like me, said Jiraiya. He was going to continue with how Naruto could surpass the Yondaime with time but Tsunade cut him off. Even still. The 4th died young. He threw his life away for the village, said Tsunade as Naruto glared at her. How could you say that? He died protecting what was precious to him, said Naruto. Tsunade scoffed, life isn't like money. Only an idiot bets his life so easily, said Tsunade. Naruto began to shake with rage slightly. An idiot, thought Naruto. My grandfather, the Shodaime Hokage, and the Nadaime wished to end the war. But they wasted their lives before they could accomplish that, said Tsunade as Naruto put his head down slightly. Jiraiya noticed Naruto's anger rising and hoped he'd keep a level head. Tsunade, you've changed. I don't know what you've been thinking, but you seem to have put it in words, said Jiraiya. Tsunade laughed slightly, I'm in my 50s despite looking like this. Time changes people. Sarutobi sensei is the same. If an old man tries to act brave, of course, he'll die, said Tsunade. The title Hokage is a piece of crap. Only an idiot becomes one. Finished Tsunade as she blinked to see a fist inches from her nose. Naruto had jumped on the table and threw a punch at Tsunade, only to have Jiraiya stop him by grabbing his shirt. Tsunade saw Naruto holding a very serious face at her as she merely laughed. Seems someone wants to fight, said Tsunade as Naruto nodded his head. Fine. Meet me outside, brat. Naruto vanished in a shunshin as Tsunade merely walked outside to face him. Jiraiya facepalmed as he got up to follow. Come on, Shizune. Someone needs to scrap that kid's remains off the street after Tsunade is done with him. Outside the bar, Naruto stood across Tsunade in the middle of the street. One finger, said Tsunade as she held up her index finger. It's all it'll take to beat a genin, finished Tsunade as she noticed Naruto still hadn't said anything. Jiraiya and Shizune walked outside as Jiraiya said, Tsunade, don't do this. We can talk about this like grown-ups. This brat tried to punch me. He needs to know his place, said Tsunade as she looked to see Naruto still standing there. Well, if you're not coming, then I will. Tsunade took off toward Naruto as she attempted a backhanded swipe to his face but Naruto ducked. Tsunade was confused as he moved at a speed too fast for a genin and because of that received a powerful elbow to the ribs sending her stumbling backward. Jiraiya smiled slightly at the scene of Tsunade getting hit and of Shizune almost dropping Tonton in shock at what she had just witnessed. Jiraiya-sama. How can a genin fight like that? He shouldn't be able to hold a candle to her, said Shizune watching Tsunade finish stumbling back from Naruto's elbow strike. Naruto may be a genin but he's likely one of the strongest in Konoha right now, he just needs a little more time and he'll be the best, said Jiraiya as he then saw what Naruto was about to do. Did he finish it? Thought Jiraiya in shock. Naruto stood back up after elbowing Tsunade to hold his right arm up with his palm facing upward. A few seconds afterward, Jiraiya, Shizune, and Tsunade heard a familiar swirling sound only produced by one jutsu. In Naruto's hand, blue chakra began to swirl around in his hand as a blue orb, double the size of his fist, pulsed into his hand. Rasengan, shouted Naruto. It's not fully completed yet, but to come that far since I showed it to him during the finals, thought Jiraiya as he saw Naruto's incomplete Rasengan. However, he still can't keep it from being slightly bigger than the normal. It's just like Minato's. Tsunade knew the jutsu from a mile away and the danger present. She wasn't prepared to see the kid perform a shunshin and appear in front of her with his hand cocked back. That shunshin speed is incredible. I have to, thought Tsunade as her entire hand glowed brightly with chakra and she smashed it into Naruto's Rasengan. Naruto was blown back into the wall as his jutsu backfired and sent him into the wall. A completed Rasengan would have gone through Tsunade's hand with ease, but due to its instability in Naruto's hand, it backfired and blew up on him. I still don't have that down all the way, said Naruto. Shizune ran over to Naruto and helped him out of the wall. She then began to apply medical jutsu to heal him. Jiraiya, why did you teach him such a dangerous move? You know that only you or the Yondaime can do that move. If I hadn't used chakra to stop it, it would have done more than just blown up in his face, it could have taken his arm off had he smashed it into something. Jiraiya paid Tsunade no attention as he walked over and patted Naruto on the back. You won, brat. Good on ya. And only a month and a half since I showed you that jutsu during the finals, nice progress, said Jiraiya as Naruto grinned. What? He didn't win. He got in a lucky shot and then blew himself up with his own jutsu. How did he win? Asked Tsunade to see Naruto smirk. Naruto held up one finger as he said, you used more than one finger, so I win by default. Ha, I'm 1-1 against the Sannin Jiraiya-sensei, you're next. Oh ho brat. You're decades too early to face me, said Jiraiya as he noticed Tsunade trying to leave. I can't let you do that, Tsunade Haim. As I said, the Konoha Council has selected you as the Godaime. The kid and I aren't letting you leave just so you can vanish again, we'll stay on you until you come back to Konoha. Tsunade sneered at him, why would I? Why should I? I already said I'm not going. That place has taken too much away from me. It isn't getting my life too. Shizune, we're going, said Tsunade as she tried to leave but Jiraiya didn't move. Tsunade scoffed slightly as she turned away from him. As she turned away, she spotted the area where Naruto's jutsu backfired. She smirked slightly as she got an idea. Hey kid, how about a wager? You know that jutsu you just used was created by the Yondaime Hokage. If you can master that move in a week then I'll come back to Konoha with you, and even give you this necklace. But if you don't, then you head back to Konoha without me and you give me all the money you have on you. Naruto looked at the necklace and could see it glowing. Deal. 1 week. I'll show you a completed Rasengan and you come with us. If not, then we go home alone. Tsunade smirked as she walked away with Shizune. Tsunade-sama, why did you bet your necklace away so easily like that? It's a family heirloom, said Shizune as Tsunade looked back at Naruto and Jiraiya's retreating forms. He can't complete it in a week anyway. It took Jiraiya several more months when he had it that far, so that brat won't even be close by the end of the week. Easy bet, said Tsunade as she then thought, that kid, he's connected to my grandfather's necklace. It seems to resonate around him. As she finished her thought, her necklace stopped glowing as she got farther away from Naruto. Who are you? Later that night, Naruto heard a knock at his hotel room door. Opening it, he found Shizune standing there. Oh hey Shizune-san. What are you doing here? She came inside and ran a green glowing hand over him. Well, you seem alright from that earlier jutsu. Thank goodness, said Shizune. Yeah, it used to be way worse, trust me. Did you need something? I need to get some rest so I can train tomorrow for this bet. Yes Naruto-san, that's what I need to talk to you about. I don't want you to think of Tsunade-sama as a bad person, she's just bitter, said Shizune awkwardly as Naruto nodded his head. Because she lost her brother and lover in the war, right? Asked Naruto as Shizune gasped. How could you know about something like that? Well, I'm quite the curious individual and I love reading about history. The stories of the Sannin were one of my favorites and hers happened to be there. It didn't explain why she left Konoha, so I asked Gigi about it and he told me the tragic tales of Naoki Senju and Dan Kato, your uncle, right? Said Naruto. Shizune nodded her head, becoming more impressed by the golden blonde-haired ninja in front of her. Well, if you know that, then you must know that that necklace is cursed. It will kill anybody who wears it besides Tsunade-sama. It did to both Naoki and Uncle Dan, said Shizune. Well, Then I'm next cause I'm winning this bet and that necklace. So tell her to get her bags packed because she's going back to Konoha with me and Jiraiya-sensei. Believe it, said Naruto with finality. Shizune smiled slightly at Naruto's determination and actually hoped he'd win. She wanted to go back to Konoha too. One day later, Naruto left at sunrise to go train and found a clearing to do so in. He was standing atop a lake wearing only his beige pants, foregoing the rest to keep it from getting wet. He had been practicing the Rasengan for about 3 hours and was making some progress. I have to complete this jutsu. Konoha needs Tsunade back. She could help so many people. Like Rock Lee. She can even help Sakura-chan with her medical ninjutsu, thought Naruto as he channeled another Rasengan, not to mention she's family. Naruto's Rasengan destabilized after 10 seconds as it fizzled away. Getting closer, I hope I can fly. No, I will finish this jutsu by the end of the week. One more time, thought Naruto as he was about to attempt another one until he had to dodge a fireball. Who would attack me? Thought Naruto as he then noticed something special about his attacker's jutsu. Blue fire. Hey Yugito-chan, said Naruto as there was a sharpened nail on his throat. Yugito was standing behind Naruto with a smile as she greeted Naruto in kind. Hello, Naruto-kun. Fancy meeting you here, said Yugito. She was wearing a short-sleeved black and blue blouse with black pants, both of which had matching cloud patterns on them, blue fingerless gloves, and a chain of blue beads wrapped around her left hand. She also had on a black Kumo forehead protector. Naruto smiled as well. Can I ask why you're here? You're not a stalker, are you? Questioned Naruto as he turned on the water to see Yugito pull out a scroll. The day I woke up, my cage asked me to come in the next day for an important mission. That mission entailed a response to Jiraiya's scroll about the Akatsuki. We heard from Intel that he was seen in Tanzaku Gai and that's why I headed here. He also debriefed me on the newest A-rank ninja out of Konoha, Naruto Senju. Imagine my surprise when I then see him here, said Yugito as Naruto laughed slightly. As Naruto was chuckling, Yugito's Bayu decided to toss in her 2 cents. Kitten, he's shirtless. He looks like a demigod, claim him now. Shouted the Nibi in Yugito's mind as Yugito blushed slightly. Not now Nibi, said Yugito as she cut the connection. She heard Naruto speak again but wasn't listening. What was that? Naruto smiled. Internal debate with your Bayu. I get that all the time with my partner. What's yours like? Kyubi gets pretty grumpy, said Naruto as Kurama internally stirred. Grumpy. I'm gonna F ***** you upla wait did you censor me? Asked Kurama confused because his word got bleeped. Kurama's face then got pixelated. Oh, I'm kicking your A **** later whenever I get the char, started Kurama again until Naruto cut the connection to focus on Yugito. Nibi's not too difficult, she's rather easy to get along with once you get past her trying to meddle with my private life, said Yugito. Well Muz Nii, would you like for me to show you to Jiraiya-sensei, said Naruto as he put his black shirt and sandals back on. As Naruto was tying his forehead protector around his forehead, he asked, but why not get some food first? Yugito smirked slightly, are you asking me on a date Mr. Senju? Asked Yugito as Naruto smiled slightly. A date? You'll have to work a little harder for that. I'm just asking you to join me for some lunch. So what do you say? Said Naruto as Yugito nodded her head and they walked into town. On the way to find a place to eat, Naruto decided to ask a question. Hey, what was it like growing up in Kumo? You know, being a Jinchuriki and whatnot. Asked Naruto curious to find out if all Jinchuriki grew up with difficulties as he did. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it. Yugito looked at Naruto as she said, no, it's fine. Life was pretty tough in the beginning. I became a Jinchuriki at the age of 2 and was shunned for a while. People were afraid of me because of what I held. I didn't really get away from it until I was 6 and that was when I was put through a rigorous training regimen to hone my abilities, especially Jinchuriki abilities, said Yugito with a dejected look. Yugito's look then turned to one of passion as she continued with, but I was determined to win the village's affection and that determination proved great results in my training. I finished that training when I was 12 and was made a genin. A year later I won Kumo's Chunin exams and became a Chunin. At that point, the people of Kumo began looking at me differently. They saw my prowess in the exams and finally began to start loving me as I had always wanted. It only got better as I was made a Jonin 2 years later at 15 and was deemed the strongest female in Kumo. Life was hard at first, but they eventually warmed up to me, and it's better than I could ever imagine now. Naruto nodded his head with a smile as he said, "Hell yeah. That's an amazing story. I'm happy for you," said Naruto as Yugito looked at Naruto with a questioning gaze. "Oh, my story. It's the same really. My entire existence ever since I can remember was ignored. The only person who seemed to care was the Sandaime Hokage and my orphanage mother. Then at the age of 6, the Sandaime showed me a restaurant, and there I met 2 more people that cared for me. I swore on that day that I'd get as strong as him so I could protect my friends and my village. I was going to become the Hokage so that everyone had to acknowledge and see me as someone important. My dreams are beginning to come true as the villagers are starting to see me as me, not the Kyuubi who destroyed the village all those years ago. I'm not finished yet, but things have definitely changed and the villagers welcome my presence nowadays." Naruto finished his tale with a small smile as he remembered those times. Yugito looked at Naruto with a smile. "Seems our lives aren't that different, Naruto-kun," thought Yugito as she saw Naruto opening the flaps to a small restaurant. Yugito stepped in and starting laughing as she turned to see Naruto's grin. "Sushi, how'd you know?" asked Yugito amused. "I have my ways," replied Naruto. Yugito and Naruto sat and talked for about an hour over things like their favorite colors, blue, Yugito, and orange, Naruto. After an intriguing talk, Naruto decided to escort Yugito to Jiraiya. When Naruto went to open the flaps back up, he noticed a pair of wooden getter outside. Opening the flap, Naruto said, "Jiraiya-sensei. I was just about to come looking for you." "Hello, Gaki. I see you've been keeping busy." "Hello, Miss Yugito Nii," said Jiraiya as Yugito stepped out and greeted Jiraiya. "Jiraiya-sama, it is a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much about you," said Yugito as she shook hands with Jiraiya. Yugito then pulled out a scroll and gave it to Jiraiya as she said, "I'm here to deliver the reply from the Raikage about your request to deal with the Akatsuki. We heard you were here in Tanzaku Gai and I was sent to be the liaison between us. I spotted Naruto-kun on the way here and he said he'd bring me to you after lunch." Jiraiya read over the scroll as he nodded his head. "Well, young lady, it seems the terms are well, but I can't sign off on this. Only the Hokage can and we don't have one at the moment," said Jiraiya as Yugito looked on confused, wondering what would happen. "But you're in luck. Gaki here will bring home the new Hokage in 6 days. So why don't you stick around? I'm sure you and he can find a way to pass the time," finished Jiraiya with a lecherous grin. Naruto laughed nervously as Yugito blushed. "Now remember, Gaki, you have 6 days to finish the jutsu, so get to it, kiddo, and don't get sidetracked," said Jiraiya as Naruto nodded his head. "Hey Yugi-chan, you wanna come?" asked Naruto as Yugito nodded her head. As the two were leaving, Naruto turned to see Jiraiya holding 2 thumbs up. Jiraiya mouthed the words, "Or do get sidetracked and become a man." Naruto laughed slightly as he and Yugito disappeared back to the clearing he was at previously. 6 days later, several days passed since Yugito had shown up and she and Naruto spent every day together. Yugito and Naruto trained and sparred with each other during those days as well as eat lunch together. They had met before sunrise today and eventually, Naruto could be seen smiling as he stood over a panting Yugito. "Seems I win again, Yugi-chan," said Naruto. They had just finished another spar. "That makes it 5-3 with me in the lead." Yugito panted a little more as she breathed out, "That'll change soon. I almost had you in that last one. You just got lucky." Naruto held a hand out to help Yugito up as she then asked, "Do you think you completed the Rasengan? Today's the big day, right?" Naruto held up his right arm as he said, "Whether I think I can do it or not is irrelevant. There's no think, I'm going to do it, I have to," finished Naruto as Yugito nodded her head. "Now let's go find Jiraiya-sensei and get this over with." Arriving back at his hotel, Naruto knocked on Jiraiya's door with Yugito behind him. Jiraiya had gone drinking with Tsunade last night and Naruto figured he'd be in bed still. However, Naruto received no answer and began to worry slightly. Naruto looked to his left down the hallway since he felt a familiar presence approaching. "Naruto-kun, Tsunade-sama's gone. I can't find her," said Shizune as Naruto looked more worried. "Jiraiya-sensei's not in his room," started Naruto until Jiraiya's door opened. Jiraiya had opened the door but immediately slunk against it as he said, "Where's Tsunade?" I don't know. She knocked me out and left me here. We have to find her, it could be too late, said Shizune as Naruto took notice of Jiraiya's condition. You look like hell, Jiraiya-sensei. What happened? Asked Naruto. Tsunade drugged me last night. Shizune, did Orochimaru offer her something? Asked Jiraiya. Shizune looked as if she feared the worst. Yes. He offered to bring Nawaki and Dan back if she healed his arms. Today was the day they were supposed to meet again, and that's where she probably is. We have to stop her, said Naruto as he thought, she wouldn't do that, would she? She has to know it's a trap. While Naruto was in his thoughts, Shizune began to heal Jiraiya as best she could. You should be fine now, but that drug won't be out of your system for a few hours. It's the best I could do, said Shizune as Jiraiya straightened up. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Let Operation Whoop-Ass, consisting of finding my teammates, beating some snake-ass, and dragging Tsunade back by her ponytails, commence, said Jiraiya as he looked at Yugito. Almost forgot about you. You can join in if you want. Yugito looked at Naruto and back at Jiraiya as she nodded her head firmly. Jiraiya and Naruto were headed toward the hotel exit until they realized something. How the hell are we going to find her? Asked Naruto as Jiraiya laughed sheepishly. Well, you see. Shizune. Any ideas? Asked Jiraiya as Shizune smiled. Tonton. Several minutes later, Tonton had led the small group back to the ruined castle wall to see even more destruction. Naruto smiled at the sight of the demolished wall. Seems like Tsunade Bachan declined, said Naruto as Shizune looked at Naruto with a raised eyebrow. Aunt. Why'd he call her that? Thought Shizune. Yeah, it does. But that could be a good or bad thing depending on the circumstances with Orochimaru. We need to make sure she's safe. Yugito, you hang back, we'll use you as a surprise if it's necessary, said Jiraiya as Yugito nodded. The rest of them headed into the field on the other side of the wall to see Tsunade seemingly frozen. She was on her knees shaking slightly as they noticed Kabuto preparing to put her down fully. This is the end, shouted Kabuto as he brought down his kunai. Halfway down, Kabuto noticed a mop of yellow hair in between him and Tsunade. Kabuto was then sent sailing backward as a foot connected with his chin. Kabuto landed on the ground and skidded slightly from the quick kick. When he looked up to see who hit him, he saw Naruto putting his foot down. Hell yeah, I look awesome, thought Naruto as he then took notice that he had hit Kabuto. Seems he was a spy. I knew not to trust him. Shizune rushed over to Tsunade to take her away and clean off the blood on her. Jiraiya landed next to Naruto and stood by his side. Kabuto stood back up as Orochimaru walked beside him. Ah, what a reunion this is. Jiraiya and Naruto-kun showed up as well. Though I wonder what for, said Orochimaru as Jiraiya held an arm up to stop Naruto from attacking Orochimaru. That's not your fight, kid. Even with useless arms, he'd still be too much for you to handle. You just handle Specs over there while I take on Orochimaru, said Jiraiya as Naruto nodded a little hesitantly. This isn't good. Naruto will be a hassle to deal with and I don't think Orochimaru-sama can beat Jiraiya in his current condition, thought Kabuto as he noticed Orochimaru still wanting to go. Oh well, as you wish Orochimaru-sama. Kabuto. Do it, said Orochimaru as Kabuto lifted his sleeve to reveal a tattoo. Kabuto smeared a bit of blood on the tattoo and went through several hand seals. Kuchio's no jutsu summoning technique, said Kabuto as two huge snakes appeared underneath him and Orochimaru. Jiraiya had spotted what Kabuto was about to do and copied him. Kuchio's no jutsu summoning technique, said Jiraiya as a huge puff of smoke appeared. When the smoke cleared, a small orange toad appeared. Yo, said Gamakichi with a wave. Wow, Jiraiya-sensei, she messed you up good, said Naruto as he then saw Jiraiya slam his palms onto the ground. Doton, Yominuma, swamp of the underworld, said Jiraiya as a huge swamp appeared below the snakes and began sinking them slightly. Yeah, she got you good. That swamp is terrible compared to the one you showed me, said Naruto as Jiraiya put his head down in shame. My own apprentice is talking down on me. What has this world come to? Asked Jiraiya as he lifted his head immediately. Alright, you got 4 eyes. I'll get Orochimaru, finished Jiraiya as they leaped into action. Kabuto jumped off the sinking snake's head to land back down on the ground in front of Naruto while Jiraiya jumped onto the snakes to face Orochimaru. Seeing Naruto, Kabuto smirked slightly. It's a pleasure being able to face the last two Senjus on the same day, said Kabuto as he noticed Shizune and Tsunade's shocked faces. Oh, you didn't know? Yes, young Naruto-kun here is as much Senju as you are Tsunade-sama. Probably more. He's a Senju, thought Tsunade as she stopped shaking, wondering who Naruto was. And I'm also the guy who's about to kick your ass. Not to mention, you'll also help me win this bet since I really like that necklace and I can have a family member come back with me to Konoha, said Naruto. Orochimaru-sama wanted you to join us, but since you're hanging with that toad then I'll have to kill you. A pity, you were going to be a great ninja one day, said Kabuto. Despite how good you are Naruto-kun, you won't be able to defeat me. I'm on par with Kakashi Hatake and I know for a fact you still can't beat him. Meaning you can't beat me, said Kabuto with an arrogant smirk on his face. Naruto laughed loudly at Kabuto as he said, "You're on par with Kakashi-sensei. I'll believe it when I see it." Naruto made a come-hither motion with his hand as Kabuto's hands became coated with blue chakra. Shizune recognized the technique immediately. Naruto-kun. That is Chakra no Mesu, chakra scalpel. Be careful, he can harm your insides with a mere touch, said Shizune as Naruto nodded his head. So basically stay away from his ass as it wouldn't be wise to let him in close, said Naruto as Kabuto chuckled. Try and keep me away, said Kabuto as he rushed at Naruto with impressive speed. Naruto dodged his first attacks with ease as he kicked him away to gain some distance. However, Kabuto was on Naruto again immediately with another flurry of swipes. Naruto continued dodging Kabuto's lethal strikes as he grunted in effort. Damn, you're annoying to fight. You're fast for a medic nin and one touch is all you need to debilitate your opponent. This sucks, said Naruto as Kabuto smirked again. You're correct Naruto-kun. I'm just going to keep coming at you until you eventually make a mistake and then it'll be the end. So just give up now, said Kabuto as he struck out with his left hand but extended too far. Not today, said Naruto as he deftly caught Kabuto by the wrist and slung him away. Naruto slammed his hands in the snake seal as he said, I've got a better idea. Mokuton, Jukai Koten wood style, nativity of a sea of trees, said Naruto as he channeled his chakra. The ground surrounding Naruto cracked slightly as a forest emerged from the ground around Kabuto and stood tall after a few seconds. Kabuto tried to jump out of the way of the technique but the trees appeared too fast and he got snagged by the branches. Kabuto was held tight by the trees as he couldn't move his body. Shizune and Tsunade looked shocked at the display. Especially Tsunade as she hadn't seen anyone besides her grandfather do that. That's not possible, thought Tsunade. She noticed her necklace glow again at the presence of Naruto's chakra. He can use Mokuton. That should be impossible. Tsunade was cut from her thoughts as she saw Naruto hold up his right hand, similar to before when the two of them sparred. Prepare to pay up Bachan, said Naruto as a swirl of chakra appeared in his hand. Come on, rotate, power, combine, thought Naruto as a perfect Rasengan appeared in his hand. Here I come Kabuto. Naruto performed a shunshin as he appeared on the branch in front of Kabuto with his jutsu cocked back. This'll hurt. Rasengan, shouted Naruto as he drove the jutsu into Kabuto's gut. Naruto ground the jutsu into Kabuto as it then exploded and sent Kabuto flying through Naruto's forest, smashing through trees and landing roughly on the ground. Naruto smiled and disappeared again in a shunshin to appear in front of the still shocked Tsunade. I believe you owe me a necklace, said Naruto smiling at the stunned Tsunade. He's just like Nawaki when he grins like that. This kid, thought Tsunade of the grinning Naruto. As she was thinking that she saw something heading straight for Naruto and he hadn't noticed it yet. No. 1 minute earlier, Orochimaru looked down from his stalemate fight with the drugged Jiraiya to see his assistant get smashed by a Rasengan. Damn that brat of yours. He's getting too strong. I have to kill him now before he can potentially ruin my plans, said Orochimaru as he took off in a dead sprint toward Naruto. Jiraiya tried stopping Orochimaru but was tossed aside, due to his still being too weak from Tsunade's drug. Orochimaru launched off the snake as something appeared from his mouth. The legendary Kusanagi sword emerged from the serpent's mouth as Naruto's back was turned toward the Sannin as he charged in. Naruto turned at the last second to see Orochimaru closing in on him fast. Not enough time to block with a kunai. If I move, Tsunade Bachan will be in trouble. Shit, thought Naruto as Orochimaru was inches away from stabbing him. Orochimaru's sword got a hair away from Naruto's chest when he was blasted by a huge stream of blue fire. Orochimaru was sent skidding on the ground as he eventually stopped, still on fire from the surprise attack. Kaiten, Guka, fire style, hellfire, said Yugito as she landed in the field next to Naruto. Yugito's jutsu sent a powerful jet of fire that she aimed right at Orochimaru. Yugito had been watching the whole time and headed in when she saw Naruto defeat Kabuto. It was a good thing too, as it put her in the perfect place to see Orochimaru heading toward Naruto and be able to stop him. You owe me, Naruto-kun. Naruto breathed an internal sigh of relief. He then looked at Yugito as he said, and what would suffice as payment? Show me around Konoha when you all return there. I'm sure it'll take a while for your cage to get instated, and look at what my cage said Yugito with a smile. Naruto smirked slightly. Are you making me go on a date with you? Said Naruto as Yugito returned his smirk. A date? You'll have to work a little harder for that. I'm just asking you to show me around your village, said Yugito as Naruto smiled. While that was happening, Orochimaru had seemingly regurgitated another Orochimaru that was free of the scorch marks from Yugito's jutsu and turned toward them with a murderous look. I'm going to kill you both, shouted Orochimaru until he was decked with a punch to the face that sent him careening back toward Naruto's forest. Naruto and Yugito noticed Tsunade standing in his place as she turned to address him. You alright, kid? Asked Tsunade as Naruto nodded. Good, cause I owe you a serious beat down for this senju business and calling me an aunt. Yeah, Shizune told me about that other time too. By the way, started Tsunade as she took off her necklace and placed it around Naruto. You won the bet. Fair and square. It looks nice on you, finished Tsunade as Naruto smiled at her. Orochimaru stood back up as he cracked his jaw back into place. Tsunade, what are you doing protecting this kid? Why risk your life for a simple genin like him? Tsunade looked back at Orochimaru murderously as she cracked her knuckles. I would risk my life because I am Tsunade Senju, granddaughter of the Shodai Hokage and grandniece of the Nadaime Hokage, and as of this moment I am the Godaime Hokage of Konoha, said Tsunade as Shizune stood by her sensei's side. Hell yeah, Bar-chan. Kick his ass already so we can go home, said Naruto with enthusiasm. Orochimaru was having none of that. Kabuto, summon Manda, said Orochimaru as Kabuto appeared beside him with a huge hole in his shirt and a spiral mark on his exposed belly. Kabuto drew more blood and wiped it across Orochimaru's tattoo, preparing to summon Manda. What? You hit him dead on with a Rasengan. He should be done, asked Yugito, confused as to how he got back up after that. Naruto. Came the shout of Jiraiya as he landed on the ground a little bit away from Tsunade. Naruto grabbed Yugito's hand as he rushed to his sensei's side with Yugito following behind him. Bring out Bunter. Naruto nodded his head and bit his thumb, preparing to summon. Tsunade followed suit as she prepared to summon her own boss creature. Kuchio's no jutsu summoning technique. Came the shout of Tsunade, Naruto, and Kabuto as three huge puffs of smoke went up across the landscape. The smoke cleared to reveal a giant slug, toad, and snake respectively. Gamabunta took a drag from his pipe and blew it out as he said, well, if it isn't Manda and Katsuyu. How long's it been since I've seen you two? Jiraiya looked down at Gamabunta from atop his head. Bunta, we need your help with this one. We need to take down Orochimaru, said Jiraiya. Sure, why not? I guess I can now finally get that snakeskin wallet I've been wanting, said Gamabunta as Naruto laughed. Why would a toad want a snakeskin wallet? But how did Kabuto get up? That Rasengan was perfect and I felt it grind into his body. Asked Naruto, confused. If he's anything like Orochimaru, he's hell to put down, said Jiraiya. Yugito was pondering a different thing altogether. Hey Naruto-kun, how are all summoned creatures just ready to go? I mean, do they never get summoned by surprise? Asked Yugito as Naruto shrugged. I was wondering the same, but honestly I couldn't figure it out, so I gave up, replied Naruto as he heard Tsunade speak. This is it, Orochimaru. After today, there will be one less Sannin in the world, said Tsunade as she and Shizune stood atop Katsuyu, her slug summon. Orochimaru simply chuckled while Manda hissed underneath him. Orochimaru, what do you think you're doing summoning me out here? Asked Manda in a threatening voice. Kabuto tried to explain, but Manda cut him off. Silence. I won't bother speaking to a flunky like you. When this is over, I'll be expecting over 100 sacrifices. Orochimaru smirked, of course. Nothing less for you, Manda. Kabuto let loose a breath at that. If Manda knew Orochimaru couldn't use his arms, he may attack him and try to eat us, thought Kabuto. Well, let's get to it, said Jiraiya as Gamabunta drew his tanto and rushed at Manda. Manda evaded the attack and slithered away at a rapid pace. Manda slithered to Gamabunta's blind spot and attempted to bite down into him, but Gamabunta jumped away at the last second to avoid the bite. Gamabunta did lose his sword in his evasion. Manda just continued toward Katsuyu as he had to dodge a spew of acid from the slug's mouth. Manda eventually wrapped himself around Katsuyu and began to constrict the slug summon. Seeing her summon's dilemma, Tsunade barked out an order. Katsuyu. Separate. Listening to her summoner, Katsuyu separated into thousands of mini slugs and merged back into her giant form a distance away from Manda. Manda looked surprised by Katsuyu and as such was a sitting duck for an attack. Bunta, bring the oil, shouted Jiraiya as he went through several hand seals. Jiraiya spewed out a torrent of fire as Gamabunta sent out a jet of oil toward Manda that converged to create a devastating fire. Kaiten, Gamayu Enden, fire release, toad oil flame bombs. The firestorm appeared to melt Manda's figure, but it was revealed to be just his shed skin. Manda then burst from the ground in front of Gamabunta and prepared to strike him. That was stopped as Manda got hit by an impressive number of wooden branches. Mokuton, Daijuran no Jutsu, wood style, great forest technique, said Naruto as he retracted his left arm. Naruto noticed that the jutsu was much stronger than before and saw the necklace around him glowing. Did this necklace make my Mokuton stronger? It was owned by Hashirama Gigi, so it's possible. Naruto saw Manda looking at him with unbridled fury as he simply smirked back. That's when he realized something. Where's Tsunade Bachan? Without missing a beat, Tsunade came crashing down with Gamabunta's sword to pin Manda to the ground through his mouth. Tsunade then ran up Manda's body and began pummeling Orochimaru while Shizune engaged Kabuto. Yugito looked at the scene before her with a pained expression. You think we should help? Asked Yugito as Jiraiya shook his head. Let's let Tsunade take care of this. I mean, she looks like she's doing fine out there, said Jiraiya as he had pulled a telescope out and watched Tsunade mercilessly beat on Orochimaru. Orochimaru can sure take a punch. Anybody else's head would be liquidated at this point, said Naruto. Naruto felt something land on his head as he looked to see Gamakichi there. She isn't playing. I can't watch this. I'm out, said Gamakichi as he and Naruto fist bumped before the toad disappeared in a puff of smoke. Gamabunta did likewise as the trio fell to the earth. As they were falling, Tsunade decked Orochimaru with another punch that sent him sailing away from her almost 100 feet away. Kabuto disengaged Shizune as he appeared by his master's side. Orochimaru sneered at Tsunade as he said, Damn you Tsunade. But you've only impeded my plans for a little while. There are other ways to heal my arms, and when that happens, I will destroy Konoha and kill all of you. Kabuto and Orochimaru disappeared into the earth as they fled the scene. Man, that guy just wouldn't die, said Tsunade as Shizune, Jiraiya, Naruto, and Yugito landed beside her. Katsuyu and Manda had disappeared shortly after Gamabunta, so it was just those five in the area. We'll get him next time, Tsunade Heim, said Jiraiya as he patted her on the back. Good news is we're headed back to Konoha. You get to become the Godime, Shizune gets to reunite with her old friends, and Naruto gets to show off his girlfriend, finished Jiraiya as Naruto shook his head slightly. Who said she was my girlfriend, or that I had one for that matter? Asked Naruto as he and Yugito looked confused. She was wondering where girlfriend came from as well. Jiraiya smirked slightly. You still haven't let go of her hand since you grabbed it earlier. And she doesn't seem to mind it one bit at all, said Jiraiya as Naruto and Yugito blushed. Let's just get back to Konoha, shouted Naruto as everyone agreed. Naruto then realized that it was getting dark. Calling an audible. We enjoy one more night and then head out in the morning. Sounds good to me, brat. See you all in the morning, said Tsunade as Naruto, Yugito, and Jiraiya said goodbye and began walking away. Yugito and Jiraiya were laughing as Naruto seemed to say something funny. He's going to be a fine man when he grows up, and I think I'll help him get there, thought Tsunade as she and Shizune left as well. That night, it was around midnight and Naruto was sitting on his bed alone in his room. Yugito and Jiraiya had left for their own rooms and were sound asleep. Naruto dug into his backpack as he pulled out something. It was the envelope that Sarutobi had written to him. You going to read that now, Naruto? asked Kurama, as he was also anxious to see what was inside as well. No time like the present, said Naruto as he opened the envelope. It contained a letter as Naruto opened it and read the first line. Hello Naruto-kun. Here we go, thought Naruto as he read through the rest of the letter. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.